I just had the weirdest encounter with a landlord. I just did. I just had a weird encounter with a landlord. Anyways, I don't like men. They're all fucked up. They're all weird. Like I know you went and looked at my pictures and that's why you're asking. Like I you anyways, weird. Weird. No, I'm not coming to meet you. Nope. I'm like, well, my client can't leave the shelter. He's like, well, I didn't mean your client. I meant you. You're a fucking weirdo. No thanks. I'm good. Anyways, how do you explain miracles to people who lost hope? I just show them me. I'm a whole ass miracle. I'm a whole ass miracle. Nobody that's been where I have been. It's very rare to be where I was and to end up where I am. It's odd, but it's a fucking miracle. My grandma says I'm a miracle. My aunt says I'm a miracle. This story, my story, is a miracle. It's miraculous that after 20 years and everything I experienced, that first of all, I didn't die. And second of all, that I, I, I found recovery, but I went further than that. I used it to help others, and I think that's miraculous. And I think anybody who hears my story that are struggling can see the hope in it. Yeah. How do you handle being asked to speak for all addicts or survivors? I don't speak for everybody. The fuck? No, I don't speak for anybody. Everything I say is my opinion based on my lived experience. I'm not speaking for everybody. Trust me. That's weird. Who the fuck thinks? No, that's odd. Yes, I'm speaking for all of them. I just know how they operate, and because I was one, and but I'm not speaking for them, bitch. The fuck? And I also just took this like online certification from like the Canadian Substance and Addictions, whatever. I just did this online certificate, and it was all like person first language. Whoever the fuck wrote that shit has like, bro, nobody talks like that. Nobody. It sounds so disingenuous to me. Like it just sounds like just so like fake. Don't say junkie. Bro, you're a whole ass junkie though. The fuck? Use a bhakti. I'm not pacifying you, bro. Sorry, I don't know. I don't agree with it. But do you, boo boo? That's why I don't think I could actually like work in any facilities because if this is what they're teaching people, bro, I can't be fake like that though. I wouldn't be able to. I'd be like, oh, fucking crackheads. I know it and I lose my job. I knew it. I know that's what's going to happen. What's the difference between faith and delusion when you're clawing your way out? I don't really understand the question, to be honest. What's the difference between faith and delusion? I don't understand the question. Next. How do you explain trauma bonding to anyone who's lived it? Hating someone so fucking much, but having the inability to live without them and being forced to live without them is like being ripped apart limb by fucking limb. Like you would literally hurt yourself or know you're going to get hurt. No, one of you are going to end up fucking dead and still not being able to get out. Hating someone with the fucking every ounce of your being, but not wanting to be without them. Having absolutely no fucking clue who you are without them. Feeling like you're going to suffocate without them. Literally. It's the most traumatic experience. I'm still in a trauma bond, and it's 8 years later. I still think about him and get a pit in my stomach. When I have to see him Fucking Christ almighty, it's awful. It literally is awful. It's gut wrenching. I was having to see him twice a week throughout the summer, for a little bit there. And I just was having a really hard time with it. Like, I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear your voice. I don't want to hear the voice that I hear in my nightmares, because I literally still do. My daughter, I remember my daughter sent me this picture of him and I at Wonderland, and the face he was making in the photo. I was like, bro, that's the face of my nightmares. That is the face of my nightmares. It was his face that he used to make when he'd be in psychosis. And it was terrifying. But knowing that if he knocked at my door right now, I would leave with him. That's a trauma bond. It's fucked. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Hating someone's guts. Also, thinking you're over them, but knowing you'll never be. That you will always be trauma bonded. It's more than a trauma bond, though. I think it's like I did a cord cutting ceremony, because like I was like running into him all the time. Like I remember like pulling into the parking lot at the mall, and he was crossing and I almost hit him, and I'm like, hey, like I just kept running into him or pull up next to him at a fucking red light, and I'm just like, holy fuck, like I get we live in a small city. Or remember when I'm in the Tim Hortons fucking drive-through, and I can see this guy, but I can just see his eyes in the rear view mirror. And I'm going, in my head, I'm going, ooh, damn, when I'm pulling up next to this fucking cutie. And then the guy puts his body, the top part of his body kind of at the window to pay debit, and it was him. I'm like, bro, I called my fucking a girlfriend of mine that does all that witchy shit, and I was like, we need to do a cord cutting ceremony. This is getting fucking weird. I fucking hate him. But I would leave with him if he showed up here. Trauma bond. Trauma bond. That's what a trauma bond is. 7 minutes already? Bro, I talk shit, eh? Just talking shit. Okay. How do you respond to people who think harm reduction enables users? It enables them to stay the fuck alive. That's it. It literally enables them to stay the fuck alive. They're human beings who deserve those services, because until they're ready for recovery, our job as a society is to try to keep them alive. So what we're doing is we are reducing the harm to try to keep them alive. It doesn't enable anybody. They're going to use regardless. But we want, like, do you get it though? Like, they're going to use regardless. So we reduce the harm to try to keep them alive until they find recovery. Because guess what? Addicts wake up every single fucking day and decide this is the day that they're going to get better. So until they have that epiphany, everybody dies or they die. That's the 50-50 shot. You either get better or you die. But we're going to try to keep them alive and enable them to live. Okay? Until they find recovery. If you think that's enabling them, you are an unintelligent human being. And Google is free. That's it. Simple Google search. When Doug Ford, our provincial fucking premier, said harm reduction is like giving an LCBO card to an alcoholic, that was the moment I understood that he is a monster of a human being with little to no intelligence. As a loved one of an addict, because Doug Ford's sister is an addict on the streets of fucking Toronto, you would think you would understand the benefits of harm reduction. And if you don't understand it, if you can't wrap your tiny little medulla around the concept, a simple fucking Google search will explain it for you. And with that, good night. Fucking 9 minutes, bro.